Hi everyone, let's get started. We are now going to discuss Indian economy, which is the first paper of JIB. In that module, Macmillan MCQs, we are going to discuss. In that, the first question is, which of the following is not a segment of a financial market? Means, among four options, three are the segments of financial market. We don't have to read direct question and answer. We have to go in depth knowledge of it. What are the options? Agricultural commodity market, credit market, money market, instruments market, which is not a segment of financial market. Agricultural commodity market. So, credit market, money market, instruments market are the segments of the financial market. Next, certificate of deposits or instruments in which of the following markets? There are options of money market, credit, debt, derivatives. Money market, money market will have commercial paper, certificate of deposits, and many more. So, certificate of deposits comes under money market. The next question is state development loans or instruments in which of the following markets? There are options, the same options: money, credit, debt, derivatives. So, you have to make your concepts clear, like money marketing. In money market, which will come under it, which instruments are going to be in it, and credit market, which instruments are going to be in it. Most of the things we know that money market, certificate of deposits, call money, notice money, and the commercial paper. There are many more we have been listening so far. The answer is debt market. In debt market, state development loans will be there. Which are the following are functions of the financial markets? Capital formation, liquidity, price determination, all of the above. These three comes under the functions of financial market. So the answer is all of the above. Capital formation, liquidity, price determination. Next, which of the following is not a factor for price discovery? Means in these four options, three are the factors for price discovery, and one among these is not the factor for price discovery. And the options are market stability, risk appetite, available information, supply and demand. Market stability is not the factor for price discovery. Under whose recommendations IRDA established? All of you know that IRDA full form and its establishment year. Everyone, if you have seen one concept in anywhere, let's go through that concept and analyze yourself how much you know about that concept. Okay, which committee established IRDA? It's Malhotra, Narasimhan, Third and Ghosh. It's Malhotra committee. What is the maximum period for notice money? Notice money comes under money market. In money market, there are call money, notice money, term money. In call money, it is only overnight, one day. Notice money, more than one day, in the sense of 2 days to 14 days. Term money is more than 14 days. So they ask for maximum period for the notice money, in the sense 2 to 7 days. In the sense 7 days is the answer. Next, who is the issuing authority of treasury bills? Treasury bills also comes under the money market. Okay, who who issues treasury bills? AIFI, central government, state government, corporate. It's central government. Central government issues treasury bills. Next, what is the minimum net worth required for a corporate to issue certificate of deposits? If one has to issue certificate deposits, their minimum net worth should be 1 crore, 4 crore, 5 crores. There is no minimum net worth requirement. What is the option here? What is the answer? Guess everyone. There is no minimum net worth requirement. Okay. What's the maximum tenure for long-term repo operations? LTRO is the shortcut form. There should be the minimum tenure. If you've seen this, you have to know that what is the minimum tenure and the maximum tenure. Here, the maximum tenure is 1 year, 3 year, 5 years tenure. What is the option? Or the correct answer here is the maximum tenure is 3 years. Which of the following is a component of the secondary market? IPO, initial public offering market, private placement market, security option, none of the above. Which? Which is the component of secondary market? Its security auction market is a component of secondary market. It's the process by which stock exchange transitions from a mutually owned entity to a shareholder owned company. Means there is an exchange which it converting mutually in mutually owned entity to a shareholder owned company. Means it's going to change, right? So what is the answer? Dematerialization, mutualization, demonetization, monetization. Here sentence itself saying it is it is converting from mutually to some other shareholder owned company, right? So it is mutualization. Okay. What is the minimum tenure for commercial paper? See, commercial paper, you have to know minimum tenure, maximum tenure, and the denomination which it is 1 lakh, 5 lakh. Remember, the denomination of commercial paper now it is 5 lakhs. Okay, what's the minimum tenure? It's 1 month, 7 days, 6 months, 1 year. It's 7 days. In an IPO, initial public offering through voluntary book building, what percentage of the issue is reserved for retail investors? What's the percentage they issued here? 10%, 25, 35, 40%. It's 35%. A retail investor is one who applies or bids for securities of for a value not more than what amount. If a retail investor is going to apply or stocks his or bids his securities, the amount should be maximum of means in the sense it should not go beyond of that amount. The amount is 2 lakhs. They I have given so many options, you may confuse in that. So just as I'm saying previously, make your concepts clear. So you have to know that it is 2 lakhs. Next, what will be the current nomenclature of a central government security issued in 2018 for 10 years with a coupon of 7.85% per annum? What is the answer here? It is C. They may confuse you by this question. You have to answer any nomenclature which have been given. Okay, what is the answer for it that you can understand? The answer is B. 7.85 GY 2024. In the sense, the first part, the first part is the coupon rate. 7.85%. If it is 8%, here should be the 8. Here we are discussing governments of India. Okay, here the nomenclature is UI. 2028 is the year. That is 2020, 2018. For 10 years they are saying. So we have to add this here. Okay. So the answer is the percent is 7.85 GOI. 2018 plus 20 is 2028. Okay. The next is in which type of auction is the phenomenon of winner's curse observed? In which auction the term has observed multiple price auction, Dutch auction, uniform price auction, English auction. It is multiple price auction. Okay. Which of the following bond theorems is not correct? It means among these four options, three is correct. Okay. Among these options, three is correct. Hope all wrote that. Now, the price of a bond is inversely proportional, inversely related to the change in interest rate. Means price is inversely proportional to R. They are saying price is inversely proportional to R. Is this right or right? We have to. The increase in the price of a bond when the interest rate goes down by a certain percentage is greater than the decrease in its price when the interest rate goes up by the same percentage. Means they are comparing these two. Longer the term to maturity of a bond, lower will be its price sensitivity. Between two bonds of same maturity but different coupons, the bond with a lower coupon will experience more price sensitivity than the one with higher coupon. This one is right, and this is also. But here the third option saying the longer the term to maturity of a bond is nothing but the time period, right? Lower will be its price sensitivity. In the sense, to understand you, here the time period is directly proportional to P price. In this statement, it is saying to understand you, I am saying this here time period is proportional to P price. But we know that this is false. Here time period is definitely inverse proportional to price. Okay, the answer is C. The next question. In which year the prime dealers introduced? Prime dealers, PDs, are introduced in the year 1947, 1974, 1995, 2005. In each year, it's 1995. Okay. Which of the following are not participants in the forex markets? Uh, among these four, three are the participants in forex markets, which is not participants. Brokers, commercial papers, central banks are the participants. So, jobbers are not the participants in the forex market. Which of the following is not an enforcement authority for FEMA regulations? The FEMA is nothing but Foreign Exchange. All of you know FEMA, right? Management Act, Foreign Exchange Management Act. Remember that year also, it's 1999. What is the answer here? It's RBI, Enforcement Directorate, Ministry of Commerce, Ministry of Finance. It's Ministry of Commerce. Okay. The next question is, what is the threshold transaction? What is the threshold transaction limit under FX retail platform with zero fees? They given here it is zero fees. $1 million, $50,000, $7.5 million, $10 million. It is $50,000. Okay. Whether the following is not a reason for interconnectedness of financial markets, mobility of capital, profitability parameters, technological developments, harmonization of prudential regulations. Mobility of capital, technological development, harmonization of prudential regulators are the reasons for interconnectedness of financial markets. Next question is, which of the following is not one of the different level of integration of financial markets? Domestic, regional, international. These three are the levels of integration of financial markets. Vertical is not the level. Okay. How many countries are members of the Asian Clearing Union? ASACU. 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 9 members. Okay. Which of the following is the opposite of a floating exchange rate regime? Pegged exchange rate regime, free exchange rate regime, correlated exchange rate regime. Which is the answer here? Free exchange rate regime is the opposite of a floating exchange rate regime. Which of the following markets have inverse interconnectedness? Which of the following? Forex and capital markets have inverse interconnectedness. Okay. Identify the statement which is not true. In the sense, 4 options are right. So just merchant vanguards are regulated by RBI. Merchant banks are regulated by SEBI. Merchant bankers mainly undertake fee-based business. Merchant bankers primarily assist in raising equity. Here, see, they will confuse you. You have some idea, right? Merchant banks are regulated by RBI or SEBI, which is right and which is false. Merchant banks are regulated by SEBI is the right. So RBI is the wrong. How many categories of merchant banks are there? 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 4. Okay. Which of the following categories of merchant bankers can handle issue management? Which category? Category 1, 2, 3, 4. It's first category of merchant bankers can handle issue management. Okay. Next, which of the what is the minimum capital requirement for a merchant banker? 10 crores, 5 crores, 50 lakhs, 10 lakhs. What is the amount here? It's 5 crores. 5 crores is the minimum capital requirement for a merchant banker. Okay. Which of the following is not the responsibility of a monitoring agency? Make arrangement to ensure the monitoring of issue proceeds, keep a track on the expenditure incurred from the amount collected, reasons for delay in implementation to be imported to RB, to ensure that the government's statutory approvals related to the project as disclosed in offer document are being complied with. Okay, which is not the responsibility here. Reasons for delay in implementation to be reported to RB. This is not the responsibility for monitoring agency. The monitoring agency responsibilities are what? To make an arrangements to ensure the monitoring of issue proceeds. They have to arrange all the things for them and also keep an eye track on the expenditure and also related to government things also they have to disclose okay, which are going to be they happen. In India, what was the commodity in which derivatives first originated? What? Gold, silver, oil, cotton. Which first? Cotton. Cotton was the commodity in derivatives was first introduced. From among following, which, who is not a participant in derivative transactions? Arbitrator, guarantor, hedger, speculator. Guarantor is not a participant in derivative transactions. Arbitrator, hedger, speculator. These three are the participants in derivative transactions. See, um, just know that you have to take so many things from this bit, okay? From any bit, you have to take the remaining what concepts you can take from it. For example, take this slide. What here they're asking what is not participants. So by this slide, you have to know that the guarantor is not the participant and arbitrator, hedger, speculators are the participants. What is the arbitrator? What is the hedger? What is the speculator? These things also you have to know. Okay. Which of the following is not an OTC derivative? What is OTC? Over the counter. Swaps, exotics, currency futures, forward contracts. Swaps, exotics, forward contracts. These are the OTC derivatives. Currency futures are not the OTC derivatives. Okay. If a company wants to borrow $1 million for a period of 3 months, 6 months from now, what type of FRH, future rate agreement, should it buy? They're asking for it 3 months and 6 months. Okay. So it's the nomenclature should be 6 into 9 future rate. Okay. Three. So it's six. In total, it's nine. Okay. Factoring is a facility for which of the following? Maintaining of sales ledger, maintenance of receivables, debt collection, all of the above. All of the above. All these three facilities will come under factoring. Which of the following is not a form of international factoring? Single factor, two factor, three factor, export only factor. Single factor, two factor, export only factor was the form of international factoring. Three factor is not the form of international factoring. A forfeiter gives an undertaking to execute a specific forfeiting transaction at a firm discount rate within a specified time. What is the fees for such undertaking known as? Undertaking fees, commitment fees, blocked fees, financing fees. What is that? Read the question again. To execute a specific forfeiting transaction, discount rate within a specific time. It is nothing but, sorry, it's commitment fees. Okay. Which of the following is a characteristics of a forfeiting transaction? It is a short term. It can be with or without reports. Charges include commitment charges. It is a commonly for domestic businesses. Forfeiting characteristics is charges include commitment charges. Okay. Next. Friends, when the transaction is initiated by the corporate buyer, what type of transaction would that be? Corporate buyer, the transaction would be factoring, reverse factoring, forfeiting, aligned factoring, reverse factoring. Which of the following is incorrect? Finance for new projects is riskier. Venture capitalist finance established projects. Venture capital is long-term investment. Venture capitalist steps in where the probability of failure is high. Uh, Venture capitalist finance established projects is wrong. Finance for new projects is riskier. We know that. Venture capital is, as we all know, it's long-term investment. Venture capital is for any new business, they are investing something for the profits. It takes so much of time, no? So it's that they it is saying in 1972, the commitment which recommended commencing of VC, venture capital businesses. Who introduced venture capital business in 1972? It's Malhotra, but Bokuria, Bhatnagar committee. It's but committee. Which is the following characteristics of VC, venture capital funding is incorrect. The provider of venture capital can participate in the management of the company. They are high risk investments made with an intention of making high profits. Money is invested generally by buying equity shares in the startup company. These three are the characteristics of venture capital. And the investments made are based on short term goals. As we have seen previously, it is a long term investment and long term goals, right? So it's the incorrect answer. The next question is which of the following is found in earlier stage financing? Okay, it's expansion finance, buyout deals, replacement finance, second round finance. It is early stage. So it's second round finance is early stage financing. And there are many more stages. You have to recap it. Venture capital fund may raise monies from any investor by way of issue of units, provided the minimum amount accepted from an investor is 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 1 crore, 10 crores. The venture capital from any investor by way of issue of units, minimum amount accepted from an investor is 5 lakhs. Which of the following covers the entire economic life of an asset? Finance lease, operating lease, full-time lease, end-to-end lease. It is finance lease. In which type of lease does repair and maintenance lie with the lessee? It's finance lease, operating lease, full-time, end-to-end. It's operating. Previously, the entire economic life on assets. If for an asset, economic life will comes under finance. The term saying it's finance, economic life. Okay. Here the repair and maintenance. Maintain is nothing but operating, right? So it's operating lease. Which type of lease involves two or more countries? The name itself saying it's worldwide lease, maritime lease, cross-border lease. One of them, it's cross-border lease. In which of the following types of leases for the assets bought on loan? It's loan is related to the leverage, right? It's leverage lease. In a hire purchase transaction, the owner of the asset is also known as owner. In hire purchase, who is the owner? Hirer, hiree, seller, purchaser. It's hiree. A high credit rating denotes which of the following? A high probability of default, low probability of default, high credit rating. In a sense, it's the best credit rating, right? If we have to give any loan to a customer, we must check that credit rating. Credit, what is their credit rate? Okay. CIBIL score, we will check now. That is nothing but credit code. High credit rating will leads to what? High probability of compliance, bleach, low probability of compliance. Which what is low probability of default? Means the credit rate is good. The stable score is good. In a sense, they pay their amount correctly In which year was the first CRA established in India? It is Credit Rating Agency. What is the first? 1947, 1972, 1989, 2000. It's 1987 is the first CRA. What is the maximum credit score that can be awarded to an individual? 300, 500, 900, 1200 is nothing but 900 because the credit score is nothing but it should be in the in a three-digit number. Okay, the minimum is 300 to 900. The 900 is the best credit rating. Okay, the entity that establishes a mutual fund is known as trustee, asset management, sponsor, none of the above. It's trustee. What is the minimum amount of subscription for debt-oriented NFO new fund offer? 10 crore, 20 crore, 50 crore, 100 crore. It's 20 crore. What is the minimum amount for investing in a mutual fund using the SIP method? Okay, systematic investment protocol. It's step. I'll check and I will give in the description. 150,500. It's 500. What does the principle of Ibrahim mean in the context of an insurance product? Principle of subrogation, principle of consideration, principle of utmost good faith, principle of proximate cause. What is the answer here? It is principle of utmost good faith. Which of the following is not a contract of indemnity? Indemnity is nothing but saving someone from loss that they will insure for their loss. It is life insurance. Motor insurance, travel insurance, marine insurance, all will have the contract of indemnity. Means someone will promise the other they will save from their loss, but life insurance we can't give their insurance, so it is not a contract of indemnity. Which are the following life insurance products? Does the policyholder receive the sum assured over a period of time, even if the policyholder doesn't die during the term of the policy? It's term policy, whole life policy, endowment policy, with profit policy. It is endowment policy. Means it doesn't give some assured over the period of time, even if the policyholder doesn't die. Okay? What is the maximum amount of award that the insurance ombudsman can give to an aggrieved policyholder? What is the maximum amount in an ombudsman scheme? It's 10 lakh, 20, 30, 50. It's 30 lakh award. Pension products generally have two stages, okay? One is accumulation stage and the other is vesting stage. These two are the stages of the pension product stages. Which of the following is not the scheme operated by EPFO? EPFO is nothing but Employees Provident Fund Organization, which is not the scheme. Means our remaining three are the schemes. So, Employment Gratuity Scheme is not a scheme by EPFO. Employees Pension Scheme, EPFS, and EDLIS. These three are the schemes of EPFO. What is the lock-in period in PPF? Okay, Public Provident Fund. 5 years, 10 years, 12 years, 15 years. It's 15 years. 15 years is the lock-in period in PPF accounts. Which is the central record keeping agency under the NPS? CDSL, RBI, NSDL, SEBI. Reserve Bank of India, SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India, Central Depository Securities Limited, and also National Securities Depository Limited, which is the central recording agency under NPS. It is NSDL. Okay. What is the minimum age for a person to join the Atal Pension Yojana? 10 years, 16 years, 18 years, 21 years. The minimum age should be the 18 years. 18 years is the minimum age for a person in Atal Pension Yojana. Up to what extent of its own capital and reserves can a bank invest in a financial services subsidy? What should be the extent is what should be its own capital and reserves? 5, 10, 20%? None of them. It's 10%. What is the maximum percentage of equity contribution that a bank acting as a sponsor of IDF and NBFC can contribute? 10, 25, 49%, 51%. It is maximum percentage what it should be 49%. A bank desirous of setting up primary dealership business through a subsidiary is required to be registered as NBFC with RBI. What is the minimum amount of owned funds that of a bank deciding to pursuing insurance business with risk participation should have? 100 crores, 1500 crores, 1000, 5000. It's 10, so it's 1000 crores. Is the minimum amount of funds should be given. What is the minimum amount of investments that can be made in a REIT or a real estate investment things? You know that 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, and 50,000 friends. Okay, it's 15,000 is the minimum amount. In which of the following is an investment in real estate the least liquid? Which is physical real estate is the least. Okay. What's the minimum percentage that a branch should hold in completed and revenue earning projects? What's the minimum percentage it should hold? It's 80 percentage. Okay, 80 percentage. Which of the following is not included in infrastructure? Banks, power, railways, telecom. Means three are included in the infrastructure. Banks are not included in the infrastructure. Okay. So power, railways, telecom, these three are included in the infrastructure.